Sometimes we don't understand the times of other people when they do things that they probably didn't want to do when they're with us, but we wonder what make that person change his or her mind. One of the things that we have to understand, especially when it comes to relationship, is that the times, the environment, even the mood of the person, that can change in a split second. Each and every one of those factors can be decisive when that person is making a decision. Let's talk about a couple that they were dating for 3 or 4 years, and the person A wanted to get married, and person B didn't want to get married. So person A is like, you know what? If we're not going to get married, then I cannot keep going with this. We've been together for years, and I'm really looking forward for a relationship, for marriage. So person B takes off. They split, they break up. So person B goes and meets someone else, and 3 months later, that person marries the other person, the new guy or the new girl, and they've been with that person for 3 or 4 months. So person A is wondering now, and is like, how come this person goes and meets someone new, and in 3 or 4 months they decide to get married? And we don't understand that. That's when we usually take things personally. And it's not. We have to understand one thing: when two people meet, there is a bunch of chemical reactions happening in us. You meet one person, you like that person. Sometimes the chemical reaction of attraction is stronger in you than it was on that person. So if you and that person end up having a relationship, let's say you start dating this person, and what happens is that in that relationship, you are the person that is stronger in it, not as much as the other one. So you wanted to marry the person, and that person is like, I'm not really sure that I want to get married right now. You guys break up. She goes and meets another guy, and 4 months later, they're getting married. And you're like, what the hell happened? How come she didn't want to marry me? And we take it personally. We think that we are the problem. You have to understand something. When we're talking about attraction is not a choice. You cannot, if that person didn't want to marry you, for some reason, it could be, it was probably the timing was not the right timing. He was probably not in the right mindset, in the right place mentally. They were probably not in the right place economically, and there are several different factors that can interfere with decisions of the people. And we have to understand that usually we come to conclusions that, oh, I was the problem. So this person, she probably thinks that this person is better, so that's why she married that guy. And most of the time that's not necessarily the case. It's just that one of the decisive factors to make the decision to get married, one of those decisive factors was not in place for her or for him. Like I said, it could be the timing wasn't right, the economy wasn't right. She could even like you, but say, you know what? I probably have to feel a little stronger emotion for this person. I'm not so sure yet. So we have to understand it's those things that we take personally. Most of the times they have nothing to do with us. It's more about the other person. And like I said, attraction is not a choice. We cannot force one person to like us more. We cannot force a person to say, okay, well, if you've been with me for 2 years, you should marry me instead of this guy that you met for 2 months. Why is she marrying that guy? Sometimes that's a question that not even the person that you're asking it to can answer it. Sometimes they say, you know what, it just felt right. And if it didn't feel right with you, It's not personal. It's just something that it didn't happen like that. Why? Nobody knows. Love is a mystery, you know. Why do we sometimes fall for someone that is not nearly as good looking as someone else? You know, why are there people that say, I fell for this person that when I met, I swore that I will never date him, and they ended up getting married, or then they ended up dating for years. Love is like that. It's a mystery. We don't know how it works. But one thing that I can tell you that is a fact is that feeling love for someone is not a choice. You feel it. You can get that attraction, and sometimes you say that this person will be perfect for me, but you cannot force yourself to like that person. If you don't feel it, you just don't feel it. And again, let's learn not to take things so personally, because there are so many things that can be a game changer when someone is making a decision, like the decision of saying, okay, I want to get married I want to marry this person. Or even if they're saying, you know what, I just want to date this person, he's asking me to date him, I'm not sure about it. I mean, it doesn't have to be something as big as marriage, you know, something as serious. It could be in a relationship with friends, you know. You have friends that you like more than others, and even though you met both guys at the same time, or you know, and you say, why do I feel closer to this friend than this other one? It is just the chemical reaction that you have with that person. The bonding is stronger. Why? God knows. Sometimes you know it, sometimes you don't. But again, it's not one thing that you can. It's not one thing that you can really force or make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. When it comes down to love, any kind of love as friends, love as a couple, as marriage, as boyfriend and girlfriend, it's not, you cannot control it, simply put. So if you had that relationship with that person that hurt you, I think that before you come to conclusions, you want to think thoroughly about it and consider the fact that there were many factors that could have made this person, that could have had this person make a decision that didn't take when that person was with you. And it's nothing personal. It's just one of those questions that says, you know what, it's the timing, sometimes it's the place, sometimes it's the financial position that person had in the moment. So many, there can be so many different things. But let's learn to look, let's learn that there are things in love that we cannot control, and accept it like that and move on. I hope it helps, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.